Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Item Roulette Challenge, where we will be setting the wheels in motion for some interesting challenges using some gear that we wouldn't normally touch. We've got 4 levels today as we pursue the Pain Star, but before we can select a level, we need some gear. And gear is now what we have. We've got some emetic pills, my favourite of the ballers, the old short baller. We've got a Proximity Semtex block, an ICA White Raptor SMG, a Bat Shuriken, a remote concussion device, a sedative poison vial, and an impact explosive. So we've got all the tools we need to solve pretty much any problems, one would think. And one of the problems we can solve is the prestige, because Silence Pistol Kill Epic will definitely get the job done. Now, where do we go and what do we do? We've got a couple of the old alerteds. Poison target emetic, we do have pills for that. Unsilenced pistol kill, we could pick up an unsilenced pistol in the level. So, Mendoza looks doable. What about Chongqing? Only use one disguise, don't pacify, no combat. So that's got a sort of generic set of objectives that can be done with pretty much any gear, I think. Neither of these levels have stuff that's really going to be a problem. None of these levels have really got stuff that's going to be a problem, except maybe Eliminate Guards SMG. That does require an SMG, and we can't pick one up on Dartmoor, if I'm right. Pretty much every guard on the level's got a pistol. So potentially we start with Dartmoor. I was considering saving it for a showdown, but given as we picked up the SMG, we could start there, then do the 2 alerteds, then do Miami. Let's just double check. Yeah, there's nothing except emetic poison that's an issue on Mendoza, but rat poison is a thing. And yeah, Chongqing is fine. So let's start with Dartmoor. We've got everything we need, and we may as well just head off. Okay, it's regular, everyday Dartmoor. We're up top. No one's going to see us up here. We've got a couple of guards down below. There's one. Where's his friend? There's his friend.
Gotta dig this place.
Yeah, you come into view. Good man. Nice and stealthy. Top stealth. And that's one of our objectives finished already. Now we'll come down the side here. Sounds like there's a courier around and about, but I don't know if they're close enough to see us pinch a guy's pants. Oh, that guy did have an SMG about his person. You saw that. Oh, we need some more bullets. There we go. Gunshot herd, searching. Definitely wasn't us. I forgot about the fact that the white guns have very limited ammo counts. Now, you guys have a look around. You must be some sort of Houdini. Pacify guards unnoticed. I forgot that we had that as an objective. We haven't really pacified any guards as of yet, so we'll get that done. Now you go back indoors. We'll drop that gun because it's a bit loud for my liking. So, yeah, they're all panicking still to some extent. So we'll just grab a bit more ammo and maybe we'll just vacate the area. What we got? Explosive golf ball? Why not? Who are our targets? Maggie, Jamie, and Hector. We'll have to see if any of those consume edible stuff, because then we can quite comfortably give them the old poisonings. Let's grab that egg. Someone's going to come outside in a minute and deal with a body. No one else wants to, by the look of it.
You look like you know, please.
So that was probably riskier than it needed to be, but I think we're going to get him in here before anyone comes in. Yeah, so that's one of our pacified guards. He's going to see the gun though. Or is he? No, he's too busy. Very well. He can become pacified guard number 2. Oh, wrong one. That's the one I wanted. For no real reason, just wanted to fling him over the edge. I mean, it's one fewer guard that we need to worry about, which is good. Here comes another one. Good. That's our guards pacified. So the safe was up here, wasn't it? It is. We could potentially use our impact explosive to get that open. Are we going to use it anywhere else? I doubt it. Lovely. Now we should probably make our way downstairs and look for our other targets. So they are both on this floor. Maggie is in front of us. I don't see Maggie in front of us. Looks like one of them was a guard. Maybe I was facing the wrong way. There's Maggie. She's going to chat up her security guard friend. Oh no, she's not the one who does chat with the security guard. That's the one out there we're looking for. Either way, can't have people fraternising with the staff. Now, you there. You're a target. I consider it unlikely that you're going to eat or drink anything. There is a box in here, which would make disposing of her fairly straightforward. Yeah, looks like she's just going to roam about between a few different spots. Do the barest, lightest touches of dusting, and then go back to where she was before. So there'll be no poisoning of this particular target. But that's fine, we've got other things that we need to do. We can do one of those without too much issue. Like so. Now this lad. He's a target.
Can I do anything for you?
He walks back and forth. So potentially a proximity Semtex could take him out. But does he just go back and forth between two
Perhaps a
spots?
brisk walk in the garden will do you good.
Or does he circle around? He might circle all the way around. So let us just drop that on the floor and leave it alone. That should be target number 2 taken care of. I'm pretty sure that guy doesn't eat or drink, so unless target number 3 is the guard that drinks from the water out in the garden, then I think poison emetic might not be happening and we might be getting yet another 3 out of 4. Oh dear, target appears to have been eliminated. What a terrible accident. He just slipped and fell on a Semtex block that happened to be hanging around. Ah, where's the rat poison around here? Don't think there's any in here. We've got no way of... Well, we've got no traditional way of unlocking this door. Seems to be a rather sturdy door, all told. Interesting.
Gentleman, he gave me his
I don't
coat
need
and
to be
all.
in there, though.
Ramsay, you need
need to forget about
No,
that.
there's no rat poison in there from what I can see. So let's go around to the kitchen. Distinct lack of rat poison there as well. Let's just go see who our target is. Target is a guard. It's good to know. But are they the guard that goes in there? No, they're not, because it's that guy, and he's in the process of demonstrating what I was looking for right now. Yep. He's enjoying a sup. Here's our man. So what tools have we got at our disposal? We got a shuriken. Oh, wait a minute. We did bring emetic pills, so I'm glad I didn't go hunting for 10 minutes for rat poison, because that would have been a very silly thing to do. Now, you're not going to notice much if our friend here happens to get battered, are you? Good. Well, it's a 3 out of 4.
Come on, do you copy? Yeah, we've got what looks like a casualty here. Over.
Yeah, I would say it looks like a casualty. I don't think you need to hedge your bets on that. I'm pretty sure with a shuriken wound to the face, it's a casualty. So there we go. That's a fairly smooth start to things. I'm sure it's going to be just as smooth this time, but we need to spin some wheels. Okay, so based on these prestiges, this is regrettable. We are going to have to take Silent Assassin, because we did not get a katana or a shuriken. What we did get was an unsilenced assault rifle, a remote explosive, a quick draw, the Black Trinity, chloroform flask, a flash phone, a coin, and a remote emetic gas device. So a bit of a mixed bag. Now, we do have no combat, don't pacify, only one disguise. I don't know if don't pacify and silent assassin play nicely together, but we've only got 3 targets. Mendoza, we've also only got 3 targets though, so that's good. We don't have poison. Oh, actually, yeah, we do have. We've got the emetic gas device. That will do the job, won't it? Don't get spotted. Well, we've got silent assassin, so that's fine. Unsilenced pistol kill. I think we're going to have to go Mendoza. I'm not thinking that my chances of a perfect run are particularly high, but there's only one way to find out. Okay, it's a decent start point. We can get ourselves an invitation. Now, where do we actually need to be? We've got Palmer, and then downstairs we've got Lucero in the production area, and upstairs we've got Socorro Barrios. Maybe a guard? Maybe a waiter.
I came as quickly as I could.
Either way, everyone is in and around the party sort of area. Guard outfit would allow us to whip out the assault rifle, which would allow us to put the remote emetic into our briefcase. The target just had a smoke, though. They had a smoke here. So a propane flask could take care of them. Unsilenced pistol kill. None of them seem to be in a particularly great place for that. Maybe Lucero can be lured to a toilet somewhere downstairs. We would probably need to pick up an unsilenced pistol from a guard as well. So maybe step 1 is just get a mercenary outfit, because yeah, we can change disguise as much as we like. So yeah, we use our mostly foolproof method. Oh wait, we haven't got a lockpick. That's unfortunate. We've only got a loud assault rifle. And also those guards heard a bullet impact, so they might be concerned if they spot me in the area. Yeah, they're both coming down. So maybe going that way isn't the best plan. There are other places we can get outfits though, so there is that. We could pop in here, for example, and lure in a waiter.
You need to be on.
Excellent. So we've got some outfit at least. We can now venture around parts of the level without too much issue. And we can get close to our target without too much issue. But how do we get our hands on a gun still? I'm thinking we go back outside. We go into where those 3 bodyguards hang around near the camera device, if we can get in there. Or should we be upstairs to get in there? Yeah, it should probably be upstairs. Yeah, it's that door I'm thinking of. Although we've got that waitress outside of it. But she roams back and forth.
Our supplier in town.
Maybe I can sneak past her. Good. Okay, we got a bodyguard down here who is an enforcer. But he's the first one we take out, so it's fine. I always feel like that bin is inhaling when you open it. Like it's going so it can then suck the guy in and eat him. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. But now we've got a new outfit. Do we need it right now? Or should we go down to the production room and find our friend? And will a waiter outfit allow us down there? Yeah, we're not trespassing. And there's our target up top. It's having a drink of some sort. But only we had some rat poison. So let's see. So maybe we don't need to use fart in a box on this guy. Yeah, we're allowed to just roam about here. If we poison him, he is going to go into these toilets over here somewhere. Let's see. We've got these 2 guys who could potentially be witness to any crimes that we commit. And there is nowhere in here where we can hide them. However, there are 2 doors. Door 1 and then door 2. So we could put 2 doors between us and them, and therefore we could get our unsilenced pistol kill dealt with. Now, he's just finished enjoying his drink again. We can just straight up poison it because we're a waiter. No one else is going to go into those bathrooms at any stage. So that's fine and dandy. There we go. He is thoroughly poisoned. Picked up a key as well, that's handy. Could pick up the kitchen knife, but that's a bit sus. It's for slicing lemons and stuff, isn't it? You might want a lemon in your beverage. So which cubicle are we using? The one straight in front of us, okay. That's well and good. I don't think distance matters, but I'm still going to move him into the 3rd cubicle. I'm also fairly sure that nobody else uses any of these cubicles at any point, but in case something weird happens and we message someone else and they come down here, we want to leave that middle cubicle free. So this door is closed, that door is closed. Once we close this door, we are now in a position to quietly use an unsilenced pistol. And nobody is any the wiser. So that's the tricky challenge out of the way. Target Socorro is still upstairs somewhere. The fact that they don't appear to have moved at any point suggests they might be a guard. Now, where can we get a propane from? Using a propane to kill target number 2 isn't really using the items from Item Roulette. But I do want this Silent Assassin, just because I rarely get Silent Assassin. It'd be fun. What if we go back the way we came? Let's see. Get a dongle that we don't really need. But let's think. And get a bodyguard outfit, which might allow us out to where the shrine is. See those two guys. Don't know what's up. Maybe we also knock out one of these two guys. Oops. I didn't mean to throw my sody pop. I went to throw my briefcase, but either way, it'll do the job. Our friend will come around and join his mate in the box. And then the third guy, we could easily knock out as well if we wanted to, but he's busy. So let's just take out the cameras. And then we're also qualified to pick up that key card. Now, are we allowed out this way? Does our outfit permit it? No, that's hostile. Even for a bodyguard, that's hostile. Well, there goes that plan to sneakily get a propane. Although, what stops us? Just walking behind these two lads. Not a lot, because they're not paying any attention. And then that guy is not paying much attention either. Okay, that time I meant to throw the pool ball, and then we actually threw the briefcase. Very well. Nobody is walking through here, are they? At any stage. Pretty sure no one's walking through here. However,
What? I want you to check out what that was.
Oh, you're that.
I do want to knock these guys out just cause. I thought he'd spotted me there for a second when he turned his head. I'm fairly sure no one's going to walk into that outer corridor, but I'm doubly sure that no one's going to walk into here. So our friend can come in here and be out of sight. Now, cameras are down. One of the lads up here is an enforcer, but doesn't matter. We've got our propane. Should we go back and get our waiter's outfit? Now, what's the best way out of here without getting spotted by anybody? Just out this door, I guess. So there she is. Having a smoko once again. So if we were to throw the propane about here,
You dropped something.
that should get the job done in a moment. Now, how do we get to where we want to be upstairs without getting frisked or anything like that? Ah, there's our man. He is in fact a waiter rather than a Securo man. So he's going to go about his business at some point. So let us whip out the old assault rifle and drop it. And we want to conceal the remote emetic gas device. This waiter could be difficult. But if our man comes back downstairs, that's fine. If he doesn't, we'll figure something out. We'll go a long way round and make our way into the mansion. Oh dear. Oh, that was painful. A terrible accident. So folks are staying alert. That's good. They can do that all they like. Our man might come down the other flight of stairs, in which case we can thread the needle past these enforcers. there is indeed our man. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to go if we gas you? Potentially we could just drop that thing on his head, but
Let me through. That's very good.
we bought the emetic gas device, we may as well use it. Oh wait, you're going to just go to the edge or something like that, aren't you? This is the trouble with emetics on Mendoza. Maybe we're better off for plan B, or maybe... No, he's not terribly close to any of these lamps, is he? I don't think he's close enough to that one. What else have we got in our collection? Nothing else I feel is going to get the job done in a silent assassin sort of way. Are those folks going to notice? Who's a real person over here? Bodyguard is. But these three, according to the minimap, are not real people. So they probably won't notice if we lure him in here with a coin. Good, he did hear.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on!
Now, what if we just whip out the Black Trinity at this point? Silent Assassin goes. Okay. Why did Silent Assassin go? Who saw that exactly? I'm confused. Here comes a bodyguard, but I don't know what he saw because I haven't been spotted. Wait, this guy's not even a bodyguard, he's just a dude. And he doesn't seem to have seen anything because now he's going back. So, my question remains, why did Silent Assassin get broken there? This guy has not been investigated by anyone. That guy who came over to have a look has now gone over to there, so how would he have seen anything? Basically, what I'm saying is, bullshit. But I suppose the main thing is, everybody who needed to die has died. And we can go about our business elsewhere. We just need to retrieve our assault rifle. I should have realised, I'd spoken many times before about what a pain in the butt it is trying to poison people stealthily on Mendoza. And yet here we are, I've done it again, and once again it's cost us. Silent Assassin. Somehow. Despite nobody really caring, or do not get spotted. That's the thing, it's like, I didn't get spotted because that's not broken. Nobody has found the body. Nobody has raised an alarm, even. So, what the heck? I could have just stuck with plan A and just shot out one of those planters above his head so it landed on him and took him out. But I thought I'd go for the impatient option. And look where it's got us. Another 3 out of 4.
1.
You ready, Pam? Pam? You ready?
What's this asshole
Pam?
doing in my shot?
I'm sure the gentleman.
You ready,
didn't
Pam?
mean to, Pam.
Neil,
Isn't that
are you
right?
ready? Can I have this? Thanks, Neil.
Hey, asshole!
Bye, Pam. See you later.
Go away! Jeez, can you believe these people?
So in summary, 3 out of 4, not great, but we annoyed Pam, and that's fine. So we already know Chongqing is fairly flexible in its requirements, but let's see what the wheel demands that we take today. Okay, we've got some decent gear this time, I would say. I mean, we've got the collector's lockpick, that's always welcome, and a breaching charge. We got the ICA-19 FA stealth, and we got a silenced assault rifle with the TAC-4 jungle, and we got a claw hammer, an antique sedative syringe, and a proximity concussive device. So none of those are legendary or ice picks. So it's collateral kill accident. And chonking awaits, for sure. Only use one disguise. Don't pacify. So the concussive device and the sedative syringe are already useless. No combat. So collateral accident. That's going to require a propane flask, I feel. As for everything else, who can say? Okay, so here we are. It's pissing it down with rain. We have 3 targets. Lee May, who's in the restaurant, and Tian and Daryl, who are in the block. On fairly high levels of the block. So how do we deal with all these targets with one disguise? Oh. It's locked down. Now, no combat is a thing that we want. Getting into the block might require a researcher outfit or a block guard outfit, but alerted, so we don't want to be too sus with our outfits. So Lee May could be tricky because how are we going to get into the restaurant and deal with it? I mean, she's in the kitchen. Yeah, potentially we get into the back room of the kitchen and we lure her in there. So if we could get a researcher outfit, that'd be great. But that's not a very sussel looking place down there. Where else could one get a researcher outfit from? Maybe we look at the block first and we see if it's possible to take down our targets up there without a disguise. Seems highly unlikely, but it can't hurt to look. There isn't an outfit in this apartment, is there? Yeah, no facility researcher outfit. Although it's not facility researcher I'd want for the block, is it? So, no combat, don't pacify. So we get a block guard outfit and then we can get up to those 2 guys. And then dealing with her is just going to be tricky. Street guards? Street guards aren't allowed too high in the block. But that's fine, we can find our way in via other methods. Because a street guard would allow us to go through the back door of the restaurant. So yeah, a street guard outfit would let us pass by everyone out here. So maybe that's something we think about instead. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go street guard. There's no propane in here, is there? No car batteries. No, so what have we got on us that can cause accidents? Not a lot of things. Very well. But now we can enter this bit. None of these... Oh, we are trespassing in here. Okay. So that's my plan scuppered already. Although nobody here seems to really care. So maybe we didn't need an outfit after all. And we're not trespassing in here as a street guard. Interesting. So, there's our target. She'll be sus if she sees us because of our guard clothing. But she's now going to come out here and have a look at what caused that noise.
Who's there?
It's me! And then we can get her in a box and nobody out the window is going to notice. Because that person's wandering over there and the one over that way hasn't spotted us. So presumably we can go into this kitchen as a street guard. You can. Interesting. No propane, unfortunately. Pritchard doesn't know whether we're allowed in here or not. There is propane in the block though, so that's fine, I guess. Will blowing up propane cause combat? One would hope not, because it's an accident. But one cannot be sure until one tries, perhaps. So, need to get past those lads. At least we're allowed in here. Did you hear that? Why didn't you hear that? Are you guys deaf? You can always go this way. Might be cameras to bother us though. Let's see. Yeah, those guards. There's a camera. Yeah, I don't think that way is the best bet. I think the best bet is these lads, but it would be nice if they could hear. There we go. Right, so this should be these guys taken out without too much bother.
Why does this always happen? Why does this always...
Although, how do we do it without alerting the other guy? Maybe that's okay. Yeah, maybe we've got the job done. Now, there is a spot there where we can just about do that. And up we go. Now, we are definitely trespassing. Which I feel means that no combat's going to go down the toilet at some point. But it hasn't yet. Now this gun's kind of a pain because it fires multiple shots. Hopefully that won't cause combat either. No one seems to be too concerned about us.
How strong is your headache?
No.
1 to 5.
We're outside, we've got the propane. Good. So where exactly is our target now?
Tell me the name of your mother.
There we go. It's a doctor.
Cadets. Give me a second. I don't remember.
Okay, lots of people heard that.
Cadets.
Someone's coming out to see what that was. Oh wait, we've got Don't Pacify, haven't we? So there are a couple of folks there.
What is this?
Please stay calm.
So maybe that'll get the job done. We appear to have not pacified anyone yet. Okay, that's not somewhere we want to be. Because we actually want to be downstairs.
Command,
Oh,
I
God.
have nothing to report from my current location. Over.
We've got those two guys coming in though. Hopefully they won't see us over here. Yeah, no one spotted us over here.
Hell?
That's good. Our target is now on this floor, Daryl Bridges.
Yes.
Now our target's going downstairs. Their silhouette suggests they're also a block guard. So if we could go back the way we came, that might be good. Alternatively, we pop in here. That doctor goes about his business. And we sneak past him. How are we not getting spotted here? Amazing. Okay, those guys want to spot us. Yeah, I should have tried to do this with a block guard outfit. I went for the wrong target first, perhaps. But it's still going alright. We're just going to take that guy out without combat triggering. Can we lure that guy over? Yeah. So that's whittling down the numbers, perhaps. I almost forgot about Do Not Pacify and just choked him out. But I remembered to crunch him at the last moment. Now, I don't think anyone's going to see this guy at any stage. But where might we put this guy just to be on the safe side? If we drop him down below, that might cause combat to occur. I don't want anyone upstairs seeing him whilst they're wandering around dragging bodies and whatnot. But I think if we leave him here, then folks upstairs won't see, even if they are moving people around. So that leaves 2 men over there, one of whom is our man. And they're too far to hear that. We've got a screwdriver on us, haven't we? Good. Although we've also got our assault rifle. Yeah. There we go. That's our man. What if we
Hear some weird noises. I'll have a look around.
sneak over here? I feel like that hasn't helped, because that's brought over another man whom I didn't want to be present. Yep, you bugger off. Piss.
Mister, you are currently trespassing in a restricted area.
Sir, you will need to follow me. Please comply and come along.
Okie doke. You got me. Drat.
Looking good. Just keep walking.
Yep, just keep walking. Okay. That's fine. It's all fine. No combat. We've only used one disguise. We haven't pacified anyone. I think we've done it, you know. We're actually going to do a perfect run, and we actually used some of our gear as well, so yeah. Pleased with that. So this leaves good old Miami as the showdown. It doesn't matter what the wheels give us here, this is going to go just fine. But I suppose we should spin them anyway. The wheels have spoken, although largely what they've done instead of speaking is just make fart noises. We have got an emetic grenade, the Batali Woodsman hunting rifle, the remote Semtex, a concealable knife, and a DAC X2. That's all we can bring, and I'm pretty certain this is the worst stuff that we've had to date. So we don't have an epic melee weapon, we don't have an epic sniper rifle, so collateral accident is our goal. We do have an emetic grenade, so at least we can poison guards. But aside from that, things could be tricky. Oh yeah, we can get back our procs. So, a myth. And we can drop it again. Because we don't need that. Well, we haven't got the space for that, whether we need it or not. So let's go see how this is going to play out. What are we looking for anyway? We're looking for a nervous bookworm with no hair and a hat, earrings and necklace. Is security guard outfit the best bet? Probably. It usually is. We're taking your coin. What are you going to do? We're also taking these coins. No witnesses, so we don't want cameras activating on us. At the same time, we're taking out the camera box down here, so it wouldn't have really mattered if that camera had, in fact, espied us. That looks to be a red-headed gentleman, but no, he is in fact bald. Lovely. He's bald. He's got glasses though.
Nice threads.
Thanks. We're not looking for glasses. Now, what's he up to? I don't think he'd be having a meeting this early into the level. Usually it takes the targets a little bit of time to sort themselves out. We've got another target over here coming our way, perhaps. He's got an assassin. Oh. Nope. We weren't trespassing. We're just looking. So he's nervous. He's He's got earrings and necklace. He's bald. He's got a hat. If he sits down and has a read, then he could well be our man. And there we go. He's probably our man. Oh, she's a witness now. Dang it. We'll have to deal with her momentarily. So, collateral accident. It's definitely our goal. That's going to require probably propane. Maybe a car battery, but probably propane. But yeah, I think we know who we're looking for. So that's good. Where would one get propane from around here? Right, they're going back that way. Now, is it worth taking out his assassin? Does give us a silenced gun, which is nice. And if that is indeed our man, which I think it is, then it's doubly nice. Could get a race marshal outfit. That's a pretty good outfit, all told, so maybe we shall. Now, where does one get propane? And propane accessories. Also, shall we take out these cameras before we go any further? Because it's just going to be useful. Don't appear to be any suspects around who are going to notice us, causing bother to this here security guard. Now, does the kitchen facility over here have propane? Also, is that guy a lookout? Yeah, he is. Right, so we're trespassing in here as a marshal. There's not many spots on the map where you're trespassing as a marshal, but we found one.
No, I'm gonna run over and play around with the
Senior racing edition here.
And it doesn't have what we're looking for. We should probably go and get rid of our witness as well, whilst we've got a moment. How are we going to get rid of it? I mean, we could potentially do it with an accident. I'm just kind of worried about our target coming back this way. So maybe we leave her until the end? I'm being very indecisive.
Feeling better? Yeah. Thanks. Doctor gave me some sort of vitamin hydration boost.
Oh, so where's that camera connected to if that's not
Me right up. What? No, it's
the garage? Curious. Oh, there's propane. Good.
Let me just find
Are we allowed in there?
Yeah, keep it real.
Are you enjoying yourself?
We're certainly allowed in here. Okay, yeah, this is trespassing. Interesting. But that's fine. Now, where's our target? He's now over at the medical centre. We'll just slip past these folks. Oh no, it's too late. He's gone back through. And he's coming back out. Okay. So now what? Not allowed in the pit garage, are we? Or are we? Okay, we are. Good.
Did you hear anything about Thierry? How did you?
There's our man once again. So we need you to go somewhere, friend. We need you to go somewhere where we can bonk you on the head. And then we need to find someone else and get them bonked on the head also. Unless we blow up this Kronstadt van. But, not fancying that. So now you're going through there. And this is trespassing once again. We potentially lure him over here. Well, nope, he's gone too far. Or has he? Yep, that's lured someone else
My
anyway.
boyfriend has a restraining order. I think it might be him.
He's on his way to a meeting.
No problem.
If this meeting is somewhere where we can get to in this outfit, that would be problem solved. Well, there's a camera in there again. Which way are you going, friend? Into the garages. Well, we're allowed in here. Bunch of mechanics over there watching on. And here comes his friend though.
Huh?
Don't mind that, friends.
Sort yourself out and find a bin, mate, please.
Yeah, we'll do. Now,
All right.
yeah, secret meeting is what we're looking for.
What's up?
Excellent.
Trying to escape.
I feel like Target is not actually trying to escape Diana. I feel like it's a little late for that. So we've still just got the one witness. And we need to poison a guard. It's probably a little hot in there. What with an assassin who's looking around, wondering why his charge has just exploded. So let's not worry too much about that. Let us cross this bridge over here, make our way back to our witness. Or we could go underneath. Underneath's an option. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about our friend here being spotted. However, what I would like to do is lure her away from the thing so that she doesn't hear a shot being fired. There we go. You go back to work, love. Would you care to investigate that? Oh dear. What a terrible, terrible shame. Another puddle of death claims its victims. Now, these two guards should be an easy target for an emetic grenade, one would think. I want to throw it at these two guys just because if I botch the throw, there's still a reasonable chance of success because there's like two of them. Because it's going to skid forward a bit after I throw it, right? Bam. Got him. Got both of them. Well, you two go and do your upchucking, and we'll try and make our way to an exit without tripping over a lookout. So it's gone alright. We've used a few bits of our gear. You're kind of limited in how much gear you can use on a showdown, because you've only ever got one target. But I think it's worked out alright. We got to use the submachine gun. We didn't have to spend 10 minutes pulling the sniper rifle out of its briefcase. I'm pleased with this. That's another syndicate down. I think we'll probably stick with sick games just for the variety of objectives. So I'll restart a few times until I get some sick games levels that we've not seen very recently. And then next time we'll crack on with level 4. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.